Hello, everybody. My name is Linda Rizzoli, and I have invited my beautiful friend Julia Sotas to join me today because I have started playing in the world of energy. And I was just hoping that Julia could help us learn about what that even is.
Cool.
So, Julia, you work as a facilitator of access consciousness.
Yep.
With energy. So what even is energy?
Yeah. I was always interested in things like just things that are a little bit off the beaten path and a little bit different than the
Yeah.
norm. And I knew that if I learned the language of energy, I would have a lot easier time creating my life and living my life. And so energy for me became something that I really set out to study. And that was has been my main area of study for a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
probably really for the last 20 years, it's what I've been the most interested in. And
Mm-hmm.
um and so I realized that if we learn, when you and I are having a conversation, there's an energy to,
Mm-hmm.
it's like when I drop my kid off at school, there's an energy to it. If I go and I pay this bill, there's an energy to that. So
Yeah.
everything that we do, our bodies have energy and are made up of energy. And so for me, I was super interested in how can I learn energy so I can change things based on the energy and create based on the energy. And it's something that is not a popular topic of study and um, facilitation, but I also see it as something that's going to become much more popular in the future. And so I like to think of myself as, paving the way for the future and um,
Yeah.
studying something that's going to become huge, in the next 20 to 30 years.
Yeah. So what would you say to me, Julia? Like there's all different modalities that work with energy. And what if I've been in a Reiki class or I've had different energy sessions and I just think, I don't feel anything. I don't notice anything. I don't think I get energy or I don't have a gift with energy.
Yeah, that's a really good question. The thing about that is there aren't people who have gifts with energy and then people who don't have gifts. Everybody, it would be there are people who can learn Spanish and can't learn Spanish. No, everybody can learn Spanish if they set out to learn Spanish. So for me, I know that everybody has the ability, and it's not that not everybody senses it the same way. So I don't actually feel, well, I do now, but at the beginning for a long, long time, I didn't feel energy. And I have a lot of friends who even though they have been doing this forever, it's they don't feel energy. And sometimes I'm doing sessions, I don't feel energy. But it's not actually about feeling it. It's actually about using the tools of energy that you learn in, I mean, I'm a facilitator of access consciousness. That's my favorite energy learning modality. Um, and I love using the tools of access consciousness because it's so, they just change things so powerfully and so fast. I've just never seen anything like it.
Me too.
So for me, it's like you don't actually have to feel it in order for it to work or change the energy of your life. And it's sort of, you get better at it as you go, but at the beginning, it's sort of is it working? And then you're like, and then eventually you're like, oh, so it's it took a lot of this before I
I love
started to
that.
know what was going on. And that's
So
okay.
if you couldn't feel it, how did you know it was working?
Results.
Oh.
I'd be like, oh my God, I used that tool to change this thing and it's totally changed. I would look back a month later and see that everything had rearranged itself in my life based on the tool that I had used, or like the energetic, and there's so many of them, but I would use one, and
Yeah.
then like a week later or a month later, I'd be like, oh my God, it changed. Yeah, so it really
I
gets
love
fun
that.
because it becomes like Christmas when you realize you have this immense power, you know?
Yeah. So you have used energy pulls to create a lot in your life. You have taught me how to do that. What is an energy pull?
So that's a great question. So an energy pull is okay. So there is, I mean, if you think about like our solar system, there's so much energy
Uh-huh.
in our solar system. And then if you think about like our galaxy, there's so much energy in our galaxy. And then you think about all the other surrounding galaxies. I like watching like planet shows,
Yeah,
and
me too.
reading about just how vast it is because it's incomprehensible. But we are infinite beings, and so we have access to all that energy. And so we can use all of that energy, like galaxies away, to actually like basically contribute and feed to what we want to create. So it's different than having like a little life where you just have like the things around you, or the people around you contribute. When it makes your life so
Hmm.
much bigger, because your life expands because you're asking for contribution from so far away, and like from so many different things, like from the consciousness of the earth, or from the innate you know power of like just consciousness in the universe. And so when you ask for all that to contribute, that consciousness, that energy does contribute. And so that's what we do in an energy pull, is like you look at what you'd like to have, you put it in front of you, and then you pull energy from the whole universe to create and to contribute to what you want to create. And I do classes on these, and I lead people through these exercises. It's almost like a guided meditation, but it's
Hmm.
totally not a guided meditation, but it's the only thing I could possibly compare it to. And I just the results are just really they're really intense. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
You've got to like do it and
Yeah.
play with it a little bit to see just how it
Yeah.
works. And like Linda, you would do it different than I would do it, or like somebody else would do it different than each of us would do it. Like we're all so unique in the way we do it, but I love guiding people in
Hmm.
because it's like they get to see, whoa, like if I ask and I actually ask for this massive contribution and receive it,
Hmm.
it works. So that's what an energy
Yeah.
pull is.
Um, so we live in this world of there's so many opportunities. There's so many things we can try. It's like a banquet. Why should people use energy pulls? Why do you use energy pulls? Why do you love this modality of access consciousness?
That's a really good question. I mean, for me, it's just I've tried a lot of different modalities, and a lot of them were great and like help in different
Hmm.
ways. So it's not about throwing out any of that. It's just this one I resonate with the most, and like it's like I love what access consciousness teaches about how you're an infinite being, not a
Yeah.
finite being, and you get to have a body. You don't have to have a body. And so it's like it's the effectiveness, and like I'm very result driven. So I just get the
Yeah.
most incredible results. Whereas sometimes it was like I would sort of get a result or it'd be hit and miss. This is like totally um effective, you know.
Yeah.
So
This is what I really noticed through this whole conversation. I feel like I'm getting feedback. Is that you are using words like results and effective a lot. So
yeah.
I want that to be the invitation to people. Just come and try it
Yeah,
because it works.
exactly. It's just like it's so different. And I've actually have like a lot of recordings on my YouTube channel that you guys can go check out too, of me actually doing
Great.
this. Like if you just type in energy pull and my name into YouTube, like there's going to be a lot of things that come up. And so that for me is really it's just a great gift. And like I used to do these with other people, and I just thought, why don't I start facilitating these more? Because I didn't see people were doing them as much as they could based on like how good the results were.
Yeah.
Like I built
Yeah.
my business with this stuff. I created like the most awesome, like I had amazing relationships, and then I created an awesome marriage with this stuff when I was ready to get married. It's like and traveling all around the world, and also like just these beautiful energies in my life. And you know, when you're receiving that much energy from the universe, it also like heals your body and keeps your body healthy and younger and stuff like that. So it's like literally every area of my life got better. So that's
Yeah.
why I do them. And I invite you guys to just go try one out, you know. And it's like if
Yeah.
you like it, great. If you don't, great. It, you know, but it's just one possibility in a whole menu of different things that you can use.
Yeah. So if you feel that little ping of, boy, you're interested by what Julia has to say, go and find her. She's got stuff out there for you to work with. Thank you, Julia.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. I'm so grateful for you. You're just such a, oh, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, me too.